The following contest is an elimination match. Making her way to the ring from Lafayette, Indiana, will be Ryan.
And now we're just moments away from this huge fatal four-way match.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This match is huge. And from talking to some of the superstars earlier today, I'm willing to bet the monitors in the back are sold out for this one.
It's Little Miss Bliss!
And her opponents. First, from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Five feet of fury.
I just don't understand why Alexa treats everyone like they're second-class citizens.
Because she's better than them, Byron. When you're better than someone, it's perfectly acceptable to treat them poorly.
Is that the morals you live by?
Obviously, he works with you. Welcome, the Empress of Tomorrow.
And from Osaka, Japan, Asuka.
Her dominance, her unique appearance, and her unmistakable aura have all made Asuka one of the top competitors in the entire women's division.
Lived up to the hype, surpassed the expectations. An undefeated run in NXT. NXT Women's Champion. A title she relinquished willingly to head to Monday Night Raw. One of the most dominant female superstars ever in WWE.
Look who's here!
And from Moscow, the ravishing Russian, Lana.
I heard Booker T might have learned a little variation of his spinneroonie from Lana.
I actually heard the same thing. I'm going to double check with my sources and get some verification on that.
Well, tell me you guys didn't just say that.
Byron, maybe you should take some dancing tips from Lana. She could probably help you out.
Have you seen me do the Macarena?
Lana, extremely beautiful, incredibly talented in the ring, has improved immensely during her time here in WWE. With these four superstars battling in the ring all at once, we're in for a classic. Oh, guys, there's the mat slam.
With some attitude.
Ring rattling. You gotta believe this one's over. She's licking her chops. Nailed it.
She better not rise to the bait.
Ooh, what impact. Setting up. What a slam.
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
This might be it. Oh, my. Vertical suplex.
Nice.
Boom. What a suplex. Shot block.
Ruby Riott is anti-establishment. She's an anarchist and someone who takes aim at those born with a silver spoon in their mouths. When it comes to Ruby, it is down with the system.
To Byron's point about Ruby Riott wanting to bring down the establishment, I need to agree with that. Ruby is controlled, calculated, and possesses an abundance of self-confidence.
All I hear is whining from you two. It's because of Ruby Riott's fantastic qualities that the Riott Squad is one cohesive unit. And the inspirational leader of the group is one of the premier competitors in WWE today. Boom!
Running clothesline. When Rusev and Lana beat Bayley and Elias during the Mixed Match Challenge, I was shocked. Mostly because I looked forward to a winner's duet with Bayley and Elias, but also because it was Lana's first win.
That's tough. She get airline miles for that.
Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow.
Oh! Get out of the way. Lana is rolling. Michael, I don't agree with your sentiment about wanting to hear Elias and Bayley in concert, but I agree that nobody thought Lana could pin Bayley. After all, she hadn't won a match in WWE, like, ever.
No, when you have a tag partner and trainer like the super athlete Rusev, it's just a matter of time before you reach the top of your division. Frankly, I was shocked they didn't win the entire Mixed Match Challenge.
Russian leg sweep.
Many times in a fatal four-way match, we've seen superstars join forces for the moment in taking out a dominant entity. This could be someone like Big Show, The Undertaker, Kane, and Nia Jax as examples. When a superstar has that type of power and can be that dominant, competitors will put their differences aside in hopes of eliminating that force from the match.
Avoids trouble there. Boom, what impact. Byron, you made an excellent point a few moments ago. There have been many times throughout history with superstars who joined forces in a fatal four-way match in hopes of eliminating. He's turning the tables.
They ain't turned yet. Still got some work to do.
When she gets in attack mode, look out. And it's Alexa Bliss with the reversal.
History was made on Monday Night Raw, the night after 2016 SummerSlam event. It was a special fatal four-way elimination match to crown a new Universal Champion. Victory could only be achieved by pinfall or submission. Either Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, or Big Cass would leave the new Universal Champion. Yeah, she's getting after it, showing great energy.
There is definitely a big fight feel, a main event feel that night on Raw as Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Big Cass collided in an epic battle. Each superstar tried to be as calculated as possible in their attacks. The WWE Universe looked on in awe when Roman Reigns dove over the top rope out on the floor and dropped Big Cass in KO.
When it looked like Big Cass asserted his dominance, Kevin Owens eliminated the 7-footer with a frog splash. But when Triple H appeared and pedigreed a battered Roman Reigns, it appeared the game was helping Seth Rollins. On that night, Triple H turned on his protege by way of the pedigree and gave...
Look out.
Harsh impact. Asuka needs a miracle.
That's exactly... Oh, wow.
Asuka needs a miracle. Oh, no. I don't like Asuka's chances in this one.
At the 33rd WrestleMania in Orlando, Florida, the Raw Tag Team Championship was decided in a fatal four-way ladder match. It was champions Anderson and Gallows, Cesaro and Sheamus, Enzo and Cass, and for the first time in 7 years at WrestleMania, the Hardy Boys. I couldn't believe what I saw when the bell rang.
Corey, the fatal four-way tag match at WrestleMania was one of the most anticipated contests on the card. The Hardy Boys shocked the world when they returned to the grandest stage of them all. Once they displayed their trademark continuity, it was like they never left. But Gallows and Anderson were not giving away the title.
The teams were in top form and were not afraid to use steel ladders to their advantage. Cesaro and Sheamus dominated the field with their power. But when Jeff Hardy performed his Swanton Bomb off the top of the ladder, it crushed Cesaro and gave Brother Matt the opening he needed to climb the ladder and win the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Asuka's trying to get in her opponent's head. I see where she's going with this.
Look at this.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be pretty.
All the way out.
Suplex.
From behind.
Could have a stiff neck for a while. Ruby Riott is not interested in red carpets, auditioning for Total Divas, and making personal appearances. This is a cold-hearted individual who wants to take down the entire system in sports entertainment.
You just don't appreciate an entrepreneurial spirit, Cole. Ruby Riott embodies the punk rock ethos of do it yourself. To do whatever it takes to make it to the top.
Now Asuka is showing how they do it back in Japan. Guys, touching on Ruby Riott's punk rock mentality, this is a woman whose goal is to cause a riot. The entire women's division has been on edge since the Riot Squad exploded onto the scene. No one is safe.
WWE superstars need to realize that as long as Ruby Riott's competing, they're walking on dangerous ground, Saxton. And if someone gets in her way, they're getting stepped on.
Not again. Wow.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand, right? Oh, nasty impact. From behind.
Just a debilitating neck breaker.
The WWE Mixed Match Challenge made for some strange teams, but perhaps the weirdest duo in the entire tournament was Alexa Bliss and the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman.
Yeah, the WWE Universe gave Bliss and Braun the name Team Little Big, and the numbers don't lie. Braun is almost 2 feet taller than Bliss and almost 300 pounds heavier.
Byron, I'm surprised you watched Mixed Match Challenge after you got fired.
Reassigned.
Saxton, even more impressive in Bliss and Braun's size difference is their teamwork. They beat the two toughest gingers in WWE when they defeated Becky Lynch and Sami Zayn in tag team competition.
Their win wasn't a huge shock.
Yes, it was.
What was a shock, Corey, was Bliss and Braun admitting that they found each other cute. Well, that's a strange couple to sit.
Double knees to the midsection. Now we're going to go. Oh, wow.
That should do it.
Alexa is playing to the crowd instead of handling her business here. Something that a superstar must remember in a fatal four-way match is...
Here comes Alexa Bliss.
Beautiful technique. That might have done it.
Looking to end it here.
This could be it.
Oh, how resilient was that?
Wow, there's a perfect example why they call her the Empress, a heart the size of an empire.
I don't think this is the best time for Lana to be crowing like this.
Corey, as you mentioned before, I know how fond you are of contests that have the no count-out, no disqualification stipulations attached to them. For a superstar competing in a fatal four-way, they have to remember that could mean being the victim of a brutal assault, and they never see it coming.
That's exactly right, Michael. Since the Fatal 4-Way is no count and no disqualification, an attack can come by way of one of the opponents in the match lurking outside.
Uh-oh. Oh, what a slam.
And there it is, boys.
She goes for the cover. One! Alexa Bliss may be one of the WWE's smallest competitors, but she's also something of a strong woman. Having competed in the Arnold Classic bodybuilding competition, she really is a well-rounded athlete.
Look out. She could be done. Yeah, she's a little bundle of energy right now.
She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that. Yeah, she's a little bundle of energy right now.
Michael, earlier you brought up Bliss's bodybuilding background. Well, that means Little Miss Bliss can pack a pretty big punch if you underestimate Alexa's size.
Yeah, most competitors Alexa's size would stick to high-flying moves, but we've seen Bliss finish off many title pretenders with a devastating DDT. You can't hit a move like that without plenty of power.
Allow me to take you back to December 7th, 2015, and one of the largest matches in WWE history, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match. You had the Usos, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns versus the Wyatt family against the League of Nations against Team ECW. From the moment the bell rang, it was absolute chaos.
She's got that gleam in her eyes. Byron, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match that you spoke of earlier was certainly an exciting way to help close out 2015. The WWE Universe knew to forget what they thought they knew about tag team matches when both Usos were going to superplex Rusev and Braun Strowman entered the ring and powerbomb both Usos as they superplex Rusev.
Michael, that was an unbelievable display of power by the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And soon after, there were bodies flying everywhere. Tommy Dreamer eliminated the Wyatt family, the League of Nations took out Team ECW, and Roman Reigns brought down Sheamus with a spear to give his team the victory.
Gentlemen, October 7, 2015 was the day a record-breaking undefeated streak was born. Asuka showed us a precursor to what would be the most dominant reign of the modern era.
From behind, recognizing that dominant streak you brought up, Michael, making history has become second nature to Asuka. For all that time, nobody figured out the Empress of Tomorrow. No one solved the puzzle. No one was ready for Asuka.
Truer words have never been spoken. For well over 2.5 years, all competitors thought they had the answer, but Asuka always changed the question.
And Asuka was able to get out of the way there.
Oh, what impact!
I don't think this is the best time for Lana to be crowing like this. Alexa is playing to the crowd instead of handling her business here.
Look at Alexa Bliss. She's feeling it.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat. You gotta believe this one's over. She is on fire. Now Asuka is showing.
Oh, wow. We may be looking at our winner here, guys. Impressive, but you gotta be careful if you go to the well too often.
And she's toying with her now.
This might be the one that ends it.
When I talk about Fatal 4-Way matches, I always think back to the classic battle at Backlash 2007 between Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, and the Rated R superstar Edge. The action was so fast and furious from the get-go, it served as a prime example of why a superstar needs eyes in the back of their head in a Fatal 4-Way match.
One more shot and she's done.
This is going to be big, one way or another. Byron, earlier you mentioned one of the classic Fatal 4-Way confrontations in sports entertainment history. The match between John Cena, Edge, Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship was a highly anticipated main event. The match saw a temporary reunion of the Rated RKO tag team and even saw Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels join forces to punish John Cena.
This match defined the chaos of a fatal four-way. In the end, Edge thought his spear on Randy Orton was enough to bring him the WWE title until an AA from John Cena changed that. An unexpected, sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels dropped Cena right into Randy Orton. Cena picked up the pinfall victory.
She wants it one more time.
Asuka, this might be it. Oh, my.
What? Hoping to end it here. 1, 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
Bulldog!
Knee drop.
That was nasty.
So precise.
You know, Corey, that Survivor Series feat you bring up is only half the story. Asuka is the 7th superstar and first woman to be both a Survivor Series sole survivor and a Royal Rumble match winner.
Michael, that achievement puts Asuka in similar company as The Rock, Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns. She truly is a rarefied superstar.
Oh, guys, there's the right to the back of the neck.
Ruby Riott and her cronies in the Riott Squad have made a big impact on WWE ever since they joined the main roster. These are 3 women who have an axe to grind, and they're coming out.
Oh, Lana, that'll hinder your modeling career.
Bliss is out of it, guys.
There's a pin now. 1, 2. Gets the shoulder up before 3.
Wow, I am impressed.
Talking more about Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad's reign of terror. They brutalized the entire SmackDown Live women's roster their first night and have kept up that chaos on Raw.
Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan will spend the entire day riling up everyone backstage, but the Riott Squad's all about pain once they're in the ring. Now that's what I call squad goals.
Shoulder tackle.
Get out of the way, Lana is rolling.
What a stomp. Good grief.
When you're a superstar in a fatal four-way match for a coveted WWE Championship, or to be #1 contender, or just to settle a score, there are times you could be in there with a tag team.
Going for the cover. 1. Where is she finding the strength to continue?
Well, Alexa Bliss has the heart of a champion. We saw it on full display right here. Whoa, Lana able to avoid damage.
When we talk about fatal four-way matches, and Corey, you mentioned this before, everyone is battling for themselves. Alliances are fleeting, and a rivalry can be conceived or renewed at any time. There are instances when friends have to battle one another if they are to achieve everything they want to in sports entertainment.
Michael, that's true. As we've seen in the past, sometimes you have friends, even members of a brotherhood, clash in a fatal four-way matchup. Think back to what we saw at 2015's Payback when Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose ended up throwing down. There are 2 things that are crucial for success in a fatal four-way match: being resourceful and timing. And one is really the product of the other. There are so many things in this type of match a superstar has to keep in mind. And no count out and no disqualification means anything can happen and it's all legal. That's a difficult scenario any way you look at it, especially when you're going up against 3 other opponents.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. Byron, earlier you talked about the importance of timing and being resourceful in a fatal four-way match. That reminded me of the #1 contenders match we saw on Raw in April of 2017. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, and Mickie James collided to see who would face Bayley for her Raw Women's Championship. She reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there. She's always been a woman capable of great bursts of activity.
Who knows what's going to happen? This match could go anywhere.
There's a mistake I've noticed that a lot of superstars make in a fatal four-way match. They check with the referee to confirm that the referee counted 2 and that it was not a 3 count. Sometimes they argue with the referee. In a fatal four-way, if you take the time to argue with the referee about the count.
Here we go, a second.
Oh, right to the face. This one's over, guys.
Cork, we've got to cover. 1, 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
When you see Ruby Riott, you know that Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan are